that one's closing in on so good for me. It's between good and so good.
For me, it's going to be good.
Good.
I like Firestone.
Who?
Firestone.
That's a tire. We're big fans of Super Powers action figures, and that includes Kenner and McFarlane. All of them. We've loved what McFarlane has done bringing back that classic Kenner line. It was our favorite action figure set as a kid. If you haven't seen our action figure faves, came in at #1 for both of us. We still love it, still think it's a great line, even though it's so old and all of the arms are falling off and everything. It's still a great line. Vibrant
Talking
color
about
color.
me or their toys?
Well, both. Well, both at this point. Arms are falling off, legs are falling off, everything creaks. But we use a little super glue. We're able to fix it. But we thought, hey, it might be fun to do a tier ranking of the, well, let's call it an ultimate tier ranking.
An ultimate tier ranking. I like
all of the Super Powers action figures, including Kenner, including McFarlane. Put them all together, and we'll do a tier ranking.
Yeah, matter of fact, this tier list is available in the description below. So go click it.
Yeah, we'll give you access to
your tier as well. So we can do some comparisons.
Yeah. You can do a video and make fun of us because your tier ranking is way better.
No, this guy should be over here.
That's right.
This is so good. This is total BS.
And by the way, if you are new to the channel, I'm Steven, this is Chris, and we are just BSing. So we'll go ahead and get into this tier ranking, pop it up so you guys can see it. And we're going to walk through. There was, how many were there? 70?
I think we have 78 things.
78
total.
on here.
So this is up to wave 6 of McFarlane.
Correct. Yes. So we only have up to wave 6 right now. We will definitely do some update videos as more waves come out. Throw those into the tier as well. This also includes vehicles and play sets. So all the vehicles from Kenner, all the play sets from Kenner. I think there was only one play set, and all of the vehicles that McFarlane has put out so far up to wave 6. You're probably seen some of these videos and they're used to seeing A tier, S tier being the top, of course. We had to change it up, make it perfect for our own channel. So we've put our BS rating scale in there as the tiers. Now we have probably ranked some of these figures differently in the past in other videos. Don't hold us to those. We go by how we're feeling at the time. So if we weren't feeling something when we first saw it and we're looking at it now and we're like, it's a little bit better than we thought it was, or that's a little bit worse than we thought it was, don't yell at us in the comments. Just go with it. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. All right. We're starting off with, can you see the screen okay, Chris?
I can. Yes,
we are starting off with a McFarlane Super Power. This is the Wave 4 Classic Detective Batman. And I do vividly remember our rating right off the top of my head. We gave this a so good. Are we still feeling like this is a so good figure?
For me, it is.
Me
Yes.
too. Well, get yourself up there, Batman. Oh, that's not where I said to put you. Okay, put you is so good. Yeah, man, that's just a fantastic figure. Really harkens back to Kenner so well. Gotta be so good. Now we have one figure that most of you guys are probably still looking for and don't want to pay $80 for on eBay. But this is the Walmart exclusive Black Manta figure, also from Wave 4. On this figure, Chris, what are you feeling for this one?
I hate to do it 2 in a row, but I'm saying so good.
You're going to put it so good on this one?
What do you think?
I'm feeling good. I don't think it's quite so good for me.
You know, but I'm okay with putting it good. It's on that border.
It's on the border. We'll put it on good for now. We may pop it back up into
I did like it that they kicked off the series with the villain, though, you know, like that immediately, one that hadn't ever been seen before. So that's why I do like that character. So I'm good with good.
All right, now we're getting into a Kenner figure. We've got Aquaman from the first Kenner line, 1984. I think this was in the first series, the first wave. Had an interesting action feature where he just kind of kicked his legs and swam a little bit.
Actually, I was looking that up, and you squeezed his arms.
He squeezed his arms and he kicked his legs.
He did the kicking.
Yeah. So most of those figures, you would squeeze the legs and the arms would do something. This one was the opposite. Surprisingly, never lost an arm on an Aquaman figure. It was always really solid. So I almost feel like I wanted to bump it up a little bit for that. But this was not, as a kid for me anyway, this was not my favorite action figure. In fact, after Superman 4 came out, I turned him into Nuclear Man. And drew a sun on his chest and put a black cape on.
I don't remember if you told me that before, but that is hilarious.
I don't remember if I did. I may not have shared that before, and I'm probably going to regret sharing it now. All the Aquaman fans are yelling at me so hard right now. But for me, it wasn't my favorite figure, but I didn't hate it. I had it. I don't know. What are you thinking?
I'm pretty much on the same. You know, Aquaman's never been always one of my favorites,
yeah.
But I still... Remember having it as a kid. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to. BS, maybe?
Yes, that's
not
exactly
BS.
what I was thinking. Was not BS.
We'll put them in not BS. And guys, for those of you new to the channel, our rating scale is kind of like a 5-point rating scale. So good equals 5. Exactly. If you're not a great counter, not good at math, so good is equal to about a 5. Good is equal to about a 4, 4.5. Not BS is like 3, 3.5, 3.75-ish. BS is you're getting down there, you're getting in that 2.5 range, and total BS is just why even bother with it. So just so you know, not BS doesn't mean it's a bad figure. That's still a solid figure. We're just not one of our favorites. Not one of our favorites.
It's not BS. So
it's not BS. Yeah. Now we're getting into, this is the Kenner Brainiac. I absolutely loved this figure. I hated that I always lost an arm. Could not keep an arm on him. He also had the arm squeezing, so it would kick the legs. Always the same arm fell off. We've shown pictures. It was so prevalent. There are thousands of pictures of armless and or one-armed Brainiacs online from the same thing happening to that many people. For that reason, I want to ding it. But it's such a cool looking figure. I'm conflicted on that one. So you talk to me a little bit, and then maybe we can make a decision.
So yeah, as a kid, I never had this action figure, so I never really even had any kind of experience with
that's interesting. Okay.
These videos, yeah.
Okay.
But for me, every time I look at Brainiac, I see boobs on it. So I mean,
okay. I am never going to be able to unsee the boobs on this Brainiac figure. Guys, I would encourage you not to look at it. If you really like this figure, don't look too hard at it, because now all you will see are Brainiac robot boobies. I'm not sure if that makes it go up a notch.
I know, right? It's distracting for me. I don't know.
I mean, but boobs are always good. So, man, I don't know. I'm kind of, because it broke so much, and it's got robot boobies. I kind of want to kick it up. I'm thinking not BS, maybe.
I like it. I think that's a good range for it.
We'll put it at not BS for now. All right, now we've got the McFarlane Batmobile. I think that was with Wave 4 as well. Kind of went along with the classic Detective Batman and the Tim Drake Robin. It had wings on it that we didn't see for a long time, and thanks to so many people for pointing that out. We do have the wings on our Batmobile now. It looks like this photo. I really, really like that Batmobile. I thought it was great. I kind of want to put that up into So Good.
Yep, 100% agree with you on that one as well.
Go up there with your owner.
Yeah, Batman and Batmobile taking over the first 2 So Good spots.
So good. It works so well for it. All right. Okay, I can't remember who this is. Is this Cyclotron from the picture?
Yeah, it looks like Cyclotron.
All right. This was one of those figures when we were researching what to put on this list. I honestly either didn't know it existed or forgotten it existed. I know I didn't have it. I don't know much about the character, to be honest with you. It's just kind of a man to me. And looking at the picture, it doesn't look like anything outstanding. It looks almost kind of like a bootleg figure.
Yeah, it looks like a bootleg figure. Don't know much about the guy.
I mean, just going off of how he looks and the fact that I never played with him, I have no attachment to him. I kind of feel like putting him in total BS.
No, I think so too.
Put him in total BS. We're not going to agree through this entire video, I swear. We might.
We had Purple Manta.
We have Purple Manta. We do, guys, who haven't watched this channel for that long, it's pretty obvious to those of you who have. We share one brain, so we're apart. Idiots. Together, we're still an idiot, but with 100% of a brain. All right, so now we've got I believe this was Wave 3 Deathstroke for the McFarlane Super Powers line. I really, really like this one. In fact, when Wave 3 came out, we were talking about that was the strongest wave so far, right, even though it didn't include a Superman or anything like that. Had Wonder Woman, had Nightwing, had Deathstroke, very cool figures. All of them, and been wanting a Deathstroke superpower style figure for so long. So I really, really like this one. And it's one of the few that actually came with an accessory. He had a sword. You don't get an accessory for a lot of these figures. I'm thinking So Good.
Yep, 100%. We still like that one.
We're sitting on the sides where our brains are interacting well. This is the Delta Probe 1. This was one of the original Kenner vehicles. This is also one I never had. I don't even remember whose vehicle that was supposed to be. Do you?
I do not, but actually just found this.
If I could see the picture better, I would be able to tell you.
Well, Robin is in this one.
Robin is in this one. So it is a Justice League vehicle.
Yes, okay, because I also then did find one where Flash was in the driver's seat. No clue what this was even used for at any point in time. I didn't even know about it until just yesterday or whenever we were making this list.
Me too. And the picture looks actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. But
so
the picture, I think, looks better than the toy.
Well, no, I actually meant the picture of the toy.
Yeah.
It's most of those vehicles were kind of cheap, plasticky looking and stuff like that, but it still looked pretty cool. Like, honestly, if I'd have seen it in a store, there were just a lot of these figures that never came out where we were. Like, they were released, but limited. This was one I never saw. I probably would have been interested as a kid. It's not a total BS for me. I would say BS.
I'm in between those just because I've never heard of it before. I mean, I
don't think it was in the comics or anything.
Even in the commercials though that they showed online, I don't recall ever seeing it.
There probably was one, but yeah, I don't recall it either. Let's put it in BS for now, and we may move it. We may move it down into total BS after I have some time to think about it. All right, now we have Desaad. This was the original Kenner line from the 80s. I really, really liked this figure as a kid. It was very cool. I didn't care for the fact that you couldn't move his legs because he had, I guess it's a tunic skirt, whatever you want to call it, that he's wearing. He's wearing a dress.
A kilt?
That's not a kilt. He's no Roddy Piper. He's cool, but he's no Roddy Piper. Yeah, he's wearing the dress that blocked his legs from moving, so I always hated that, and it was always kind of hard to stand him up because it was kind of heavy in that area. But I liked the cables coming out of his head. I loved Darkseid and all of his minions and everything. I don't know. On this one, I'm kind of between good and not BS.
That's where I'm at too.
Okay. I'm gonna put him in not BS for now. Well, he may move up. All right, now this is the Wave 1 Superman from McFarlane Toys. This was the one that had a nice little T-tie going through the cape with a big hole in the middle.
Yeah.
And with the perfect attendance ribbon cape style material. And I don't even think we gave these I don't think we were doing our ratings yet in our first couple of videos on that. Either. So I don't know what I would have given it then. I remember thinking, hey, it's cool, we got Superman. Superman's our favorite character. But I was kind of disappointed in how he looked. Just especially that cape. Now, Cape Master has saved us. We've got a great cape for him now. Made him look infinitely better. But it's still, like, when you're comparing him to some of the other Supermen on this list that we haven't gotten to yet, I'm thinking not BS. For me.
Yeah.
Cape Master Cape might kick him up to good.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'll go ahead and agree with that.
Where do you want to put him for now?
We'll put him in not BS.
Not BS.
Yeah.
All right. I think he goes at the top of not BS. All right. Yep, that works. All right. Now we've got another Kenner original. This is Firestorm, and this was one of my favorites as a kid. Also prone to losing an arm, but it always snapped back on, so it wasn't a permanent loss. Really, really liked Firestorm. I loved the Super Powers team cartoon when they introduced Firestorm into that. That was kind of the later 80s, I think, is when they kind of updated Super Friends to a more modern for the time. Anyway, really love that. An episode that stands out in my head vividly is them going, Firestorm, I think Cyborg, going around the world picking up seed pods that Darkseid was planting on Earth to try to turn it into a new apocalypse. So I always really liked the character. I really liked the figure. That one's closing in on so good for me. It's between good and so good.
For me, it's going to be good.
Good.
I like Firestone.
Firestone. That's a tire.
Tires on my Trans Am.
There you go.
No, Firestorm. I liked what they did even in was it the Flash series on CW?
Oh yeah. They had a good depiction of him there.
Yeah, they had a good depiction of him. I never owned the character or this action figure, but I've always.
I'm surprised you didn't. That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had siblings, that we all had.
You had to share.
You had to share. But I always liked this character, and I did like how this guy looks. So yeah,
me too.
I'm definitely good with the good.
All right, so we'll put him at the top of good for now. Now we've got the Darkseid, the original Kenner Darkseid. Again, this was another figure I loved. I didn't like the cape. I always took the cape off. It just got in the way to me. That's
why they got rid of him in the comics too.
Yeah, I think so. I have this Darkseid still somewhere, sans cape, because I've long since gotten rid of that. Still love it. I really like the effect where it had the laser or the opening on top where the light shined in.
That was awesome.
Red for the Omega beams. So yeah, and it was bigger than the rest of the figures.
Yeah.
So it was scale accurate. Really like that one. This is another one that's between so good and good for me.
It's good for me.
Good.
I thought it was. I thought it was definitely a great action figure to have. I didn't know who Darkseid was as a kid, really.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
man.
So, but Yeah.
Well, for me, again, it was that Super Powers team update that they did to the cartoon that really introduced me to Darkseid. So that kind of fits right next to Firestorm. Not as good as Firestorm to me, so I'm going to put him second.
That sounds good.
All right. What we got? Aquaman, Edge. It's Edge, singer of Puddle of Mud, whoever your likeness of choice is. This is the long-haired version of Aquaman from the McFarlane line. Real good fit with the Aquaman that they had in the Kenner wave, just kind of updated with the beard and the Edge look, as you said. So maybe slightly better to me than the original Aquaman, just for the updated look. I almost kind of wish they'd have gone with the hook hand version, because I always liked that one. I dug that one a lot. The Total Injustice line, or the Total Justice line, those big, like, overly muscled up figures that had no articulation. I think they were from the 90s. They had the hook hand Aquaman. From that moment on, I was like, I like that Aquaman.
Yeah, that's when they had all the different characters. Superman with the mullet, Aquaman with the hook.
Yeah.
Which he eventually had like a grapple, so he could be like Scorpion, like, get over here. Thing, so.
This one for me, I think it's a not BS also.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to put him slightly over the other Aquaman. Don't yell at me in the comments. Does not go ahead of Assad. All right, now we've got original Kenner Batman, and again, I mean, that's so good.
Yeah,
the only thing that holds this one back, and it doesn't make it a not so good. This is still going to be I'm gonna go ahead and put him up there now. Put him a little bit above Deathstroke. I like the McFarlane Batman better because I think the proportions work well. This Batman has a tiny head for his body. It's a small head. He has a small head. And I even thought that as a kid. I was like, Ms. Batman's got a small head. So other than that, everything else was awesome. The colors, vibrant, Adam West looking Batman. I really like it.
Maybe he didn't have a small head. He was just muscular.
He got a big body.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. I know there's a lot of custom figure makers out there that when they do a custom Batman from that old mold, they always make his head a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. The ears a little bit bigger, head a little bit bigger. McFarlane did that very, very well while still capturing the original essence and everything that made that figure so good. So that's why that Batman's going. In fact, I'm actually going to move it up above the Batmobile. Those two go hand in hand together. All right, now we've got, this is Wave 3. I think this is Wave 2. No, this is Wave 2 Flash from McFarlane, and this was the Barry Allen version, the kind of more vibrant red and yellow version of that Flash. I really dug that one when I first saw it. I thought it was a really, really good looking figure. We've since seen several iterations of it.
Yeah.
Some repaints, but I really like that vibrant. It's kind of always been partial to that one, the vibrant red and yellow. I like that one a lot. Don't know if it's quite so good for me. I think it's a good.
Yep.
You're up there? All right. All right. I'm gonna put him. Yeah, I'm gonna put him above Darkseid.
I'd do that. Yeah.
I like that. All right, now we've got the original Kenner Hal Jordan Green Lantern, and that was awesome. That was awesome. We also saw in other countries he was a repaint to make the Riddler.
Yes. In
Super Amigos, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Would actually makes a lot of sense. He looks like the same mask and easy repaint there. Also, really love this figure. Was a big fan of Hal Jordan, and I don't know if it's I always lost the Lantern too, which made me mad. I don't know if it's a so good. I think it's a good, good level.
I'm good with it.
I'm gonna put that one. Yeah, that one going above McFarlane Flash for me. He's right there next to Firestorm. Now this is a new one. If you haven't seen our unboxing video for Wave 6 yet, we just posted that not too long ago. Lord Superman was surprising for us. We weren't expecting to like him as much as we did, and we really liked him. Really liked him a lot.
I knew I was going to like him.
You knew you were going to like him. It was surprising for me. A little rephrase. It was surprising for me. Now, that said, with all the great figures on this list, is it a good or a so good? I know you liked it to the so good level.
Yeah, for me, it's a so good level, but,
I think I rated it good. I'm trying to compare it with all of these other ones we have, too. I'm still good with putting it in good. I don't feel so good. I will compromise if you really think it fits in so good.
I do think it should be in so good. But
we'll put him in so good.
But we could also put him at the top of the good list if you want.
I'm down with that. We'll put him at the top. He'll go above Firestorm.
There we go.
That hurts my heart to say that, but I'll put him there. That's our compromise. Yes. That's our compromise. All right, now we've got the original Kenner Hall of Justice, and by God, I love that. That was one of the first things I remember getting as a gift, because I think I said this in a previous video when we rated, like, the Kenner line was our number ones. I just remember having them because they came out in '84. I was only like a year and a half old, 2 years old. I have no memory of ever
God, you're
getting
that
them.
old?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. 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 How old were you?
Well, I'm not going to say.
Yeah. And he may have been a little bit older. He may have actually been buying them himself at that point.
Not that old.
He was a little bit. So the Hall of Justice was the one I actually remember, like, actively wanting and getting as a gift. So I really, really like that. We don't have any other play sets, and that's the only one we have, and it was really good. So I think it goes into so good for me.
All right, sounds good. I never had it, never knew it existed until we started doing these videos.
No kidding.
The only place that I ever had was Skeletor's Snake Mountain.
Well, and the other cool thing about it is it also served as a carrying case for your action figures.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was dual purpose, yeah. So I always used it for that as well. Okay, now we have the Wave 1 Hush-style Batman. With all the other Batmans that have come out in McFarlane's, now that's my least favorite, I think. No, it's not my least favorite. It is among my least favorite, but that is not one that I'm as super fond of as the others. For me, that's an obvious.
I agree with that.
You agree with that one?
I'll agree with that, yep.
All right, I'm going to put that one, I think, is just above Aquaman for me. Just above Aquaman. All right, now this, is that the world? No, that's the Batcopter.
The Batcopter.
So this is the original Kenner Batcopter. Never had it. I did know it existed, but it wasn't anything that super appealed to me. I wasn't, like, I wanted the Batmobile for sure, but that one wasn't one that I was like, have to have it. And I don't even know, since I never owned it, I don't know its functionality, if the blades spun, if it had a button for that or anything like that. Do you know any more about it than I do?
I know the blades do spin,
okay,
but I don't believe there is a button to do that. When I was looking for images of this Batcopter, I found this one on Reddit. This guy just did a restore of it, and it looked awesome.
It does look nice.
Yeah,
it does look nice.
I was like, ooh.
So okay. Well, since it does look nice, just because we didn't have it doesn't mean it's not a good toy.
Exactly. So I would have loved to have it.
I'm gonna let you rate this one. Where do we want to put this one?
I like it a lot. I don't think it's so good, but I think it's kind of
mid-level good.
Mid-level good, yeah.
So we'll put them right there.
Yeah, I think.
All right, cool. Hawkman. This is the original Kenner Hawkman. This was, next to Superman, my favorite action figure out of the line. I love that his wings flapped. I thought that was so cool. Yeah.
I didn't have Hawkman, so I didn't know that either.
What the heck, man?
Hey, I was very Superman, Batman, and I missed out on a lot of these other action figures.
I had
siblings.
You did have siblings. Man, yeah, this one's so good for me. You want me just to go ahead and rate it as so good since you didn't have it?
I do like Aquaman, so
I'm gonna put him right up there next to Batman, the two Batmen. All right, this is the Invisible Jet from the McFarlane line.
Yeah.
This one gave us some trouble in a previous unboxing because we did not see the tail. And then we rated it lower because it didn't have a tail.
And it looked funny.
Because it was supposed to have the tail. We just didn't see it because it was invisible. So we did find it. We did put it on. Kind of like we have no excuse for the wings on the Batmobile. We're just old. But this one, I really like this one. I don't like it as much as the Batmobile, so I think it's a good versus a so good. But I'd be willing to put it in so good if you feel like it should, if it deserves that spot.
No, I think it's justifiably in a good. I do like it's the first time that they ever had it.
Yeah.
And everything. So
yeah, I'm gonna put it just after the Batcopter because the Batcopter just more vibrant.
There you go.
But you know what though? I like the action feature on that. I'm gonna put it above the Batcopter. I'm gonna do it.
Wait.
I'm gonna do things. All right.
What features does it have again?
It has a grappling hook that when you press the actual tail that we didn't know was there, flies up very easily. We ended up having to press in between where the tail was supposed to go. So we have the original Kenner Super Powers Shazam. Now this is one I wanted so bad and could never find. They never had it anywhere near where I was. But I love the action figure itself. I still do. I'm not spending $1,000 on it to get it because that's about how much it is. If you get it in box, I might be able to find a loose one cheaper than that, but it's a tough one. It's a tough one to find, that in Cyborg. So It's between good and so good for me. Did you ever have this one?
I did not.
You did not?
I did
Yeah.
not have it. So I'm not really partial on how we would like to rate
Well,
this one.
I'll put him in good because I didn't have him. I'm mad that I didn't have him. So we'll put him just after Lord Superman. I did like him better
Above?
than Firestorm.
Okay, I was gonna say above.
Only because I wanted him that bad. Like if I'd have had him, he would have been over Firestorm for me. Just because I had Firestorm and liked him that much, I can't ding him just because I couldn't find him.
And I also just found out that Elvis was a big fan of Shazam.
No kidding.
Yeah.
No, well, I like him even more. So. All right, now we have the original Kenner Super Powers Joker. Not that we have to make that distinction because McFarlane still hasn't given us a Joker.
That's right.
We've got a Batman who laughs.
Exactly. That's why that was my pause. It's like, wait a minute. Does not count.
By the time this video comes out, there might be a Joker announced and we'll feel stupid, but I don't think there will be yet. I think he's on the way, but not there yet. So this one, oh man, I love this Joker. I love the mallet. I know the tail on his suit, the tails never stayed on, never had those. But the Joker himself, his articulation was great. He had that gangly look that the Joker had. Like big crazy smile. Really like it. This is so good figure for me.
Yep, I agree. 100%.
Cool.
Had him, loved him. He was awesome.
Put him right up there from a villain standpoint. We need to put a villain up there on the high end, so we'll put him right after the Batman, appropriately so.
We had one. He's just been going down.
Well, yeah. Well, he's still there. He's still there. He's always going to be a so good.
Exactly.
All right. Now we have this is the first Tim Drake Robin from Wave 4 in the McFarlane line. We ding this one quite a bit just from the discrepancies on the packaging, the solid yellow cape. The hair's very cool. The colors are very cool. But I don't even remember what we rated him. I think we rated him a good. You may have rated him a so good.
I don't think I gave him a so
I think he was a good.
I think it was a good.
I think he was a good. I'm comfortable still leaving him in good, but I'm almost kind of feeling not BS at this point.
That's what I'm feeling for him is not BS.
All right, we'll put him.
That's really because I think I like the
other one.
The repaint.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit better.
Same situation. So he's going to go after Superman for me because I can't, in good conscience, put Robin above Superman.
Oh yeah.
So we have this another McFarlane. This is the first. Yeah, this is the first Wonder Woman. This was a Wave 3 Wonder Woman. Still had that kind of ribbony cape, so it wasn't great. But overall, a really, really cool figure. I really like that one.
I really like that. And I still like how they did her hair.
Me too. Where it goes over the cape.
It goes
and everything.
over the cape like that. And
it's like long flowy locks.
Exactly. So I think that's really cool. For me, though, I think it is a good.
It's a good.
Not quite a so good. If she had a lasso.
She had a lasso, yeah.
Immediately so good.
It's going to be a common theme with these McFarlanes is not many of them have accessories that would have made them an even better figure if they had them.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm good with that. We'll put her. We'll go next to her jet. She's right there next to her jet. All right. Okay, this is the what was this called? Justice Jogger?
Justice Jogger. This is another one that I had no clue.
I had no idea.
I found it when we were making this tier list.
Yeah, I remember. So when you sent me the initial tier list over when we were working on it, I looked at that and I was like, what in the absolute shit is that? And then I had to look it up more and I was like, what is that? And the fact that it's Superman driving it, like, why does he need this? Exactly. Of all people. That's a total BS.
Oh, it was 100% total BS. It's like, what can
that was a cash grab?
Yeah, cash grab.
100% a cash grab.
I mean, it would have made sense if it was Batman after Bane broke his back, you know.
And I don't that hadn't even happened yet.
Exactly.
80s,
20 years, 30 years before that even happened. So, I mean, that is just ridiculous looking like action. I don't know. I will mention though that I did like the packaging, like the package looks cool. The drawing of Superman actually in it. They actually drew like his cape.
He's sitting on
the cape, and like how you would actually tuck it and everything. I was like, that's hilarious.
One thing about the Kenner packaging, and McFarlane has really copied it very, very well. It was just so iconic, so nostalgic. Their packaging and art on it was fantastic. Sometimes the figures inside, or the vehicles in this case. I don't know. So yeah, definitely total BS for me. All you Justice Jogger fans out there, let us know in the comments. Now we have the McFarlane Batwing, and I love this one. I love this one a lot. I wasn't expecting much from it because it's like, it's smaller than the Keaton Batwing that came out for that Toy Biz line, or I don't remember if it was Toy Biz or Kenner that did the Batwing. Either way, I was like, it's a smaller version of it. It's not great. But then you pull it out of the packaging. You see the classic colors. They nailed them perfectly. The wings fold up and fold back out. So that's a really cool feature. The cockpit pops open. I know that had been giving some people some issues. I've never had an issue with it personally, so it's been working great for me. It's between good and so good. Let you make the final decision.
Oh, okay. I think it's good. Yeah, I just think it's good.
Yeah.
I don't really have any major justifications.
Okay.
Basically, same reasonings that you've been.
I'm gonna put
mentioning.
this over here with the Batcopter. I think those two fit together really well.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have the original Kenner Batmobile. This is another one I loved as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, the action features on it were so cool. The headlights popped up. You had the
I didn't know that.
trap out of the back. It had the battering ram in the front. All the little stickers that we had to put on ourselves, or our parents did, that McFarlane is doing for us, which we appreciate that about McFarlane. We're old now. Our eyesight's not as good as it used to be. So this one, that's a so good for me.
100%.
That's going up there with the other Batmobile. In fact, I got to put it above the original. Or the McFarlane, I should say. I got the original above the McFarlane. It's just iconic. It's a great one. Oh yeah, okay. So now we're getting into the Batman Who Laughs. That is not quite Joker. It's a cool looking figure. I'm not a big fan of the comic line that it comes from. It's perplexing to me why we would have that before a Joker, an actual Joker.
Yeah, 100%.
And it doesn't really fit in with the, retro nature of it. So for those reasons, I don't think it's total BS because I think it's a very cool looking figure. So I'm going to go BS on that one.
Yep.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
All right, Dr. Fate, another one of my childhood favorites. I really liked this one. Didn't know anything about the character. I didn't even know he was a hero. I used him as a villain a lot of the time to fight Superman, but thought he looked awesome. Loved the colors, the blue and yellow scheme. And now that I know who Dr. Fate is, I like this even more because he's an awesome character. Even in the Black Adam movie, like Pierce Brosnan. Perfect casting in that one.
I do like him a lot. I don't think it's a not BS.
So we're going with the good level here.
Good level,
but right.
Kind of like
midway somewhere.
I say mid. Even I would put it.
I'm gonna put him above the Flash.
Okay.
That good?
Yeah,
all right.
I think that works.
As again, compromise. I would put him a little bit higher than that, but yeah, I'm good with that. As long as he's in a good level, I'm happy. All right, now we have the Calabac Boulder Bomber. This was another one I didn't know existed. I didn't know.
Yep.
It looks very, very cool though, and had I known about it, I would have wanted this as a kid. So I'm kind of in the good, not BS range for that one.
I was thinking that too. I said that was another one that I didn't know existed either until we were making this. I saw pictures of it online. It looked like a pretty cool action figure to actually use. So I'm good between the good and not BS as well.
Yep.
Never had it, but it actually just looks really cool.
It looks really cool. And like I said, I was a big mark for all of the Dark Side stuff, so I would have loved that one. So for the fact that I didn't have it, I'm sad about. I'm going to put it in good. I'm going to put it at the bottom of good.
There you go.
All right. Okay. This is my least favorite. This is my least favorite McFarlane so far, up through Wave 6. This was the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh in Wave 6. Used the body style of the Wave 1 Hush Batman that I wasn't as big a fan of and just wasn't feeling the colors. I know you liked it though. So we'll do another compromise on this one. I'll just, where do you want to put it?
What do you mean I liked it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. He didn't like it. He hated it more than I did. He made me change my rating. Okay, yeah.
I'm good with total BS.
We're going to put that in total BS.
To me, it's just like a cash grab for this one.
We're past a certain time frame on YouTube right now, right? Yeah, that guy. All right. Parademon. Now, I loved the Parademon action figure as a kid. I was like begging my mom to buy me more than one so I could have like an army of them. She never did, but I really, really, really like this Parademon. He just looks like the devil, man. He looks like really cool looking.
Yeah, definitely look really cool.
Cool little action feature. He also like flapped his arms and stuff like that. I wouldn't put him at a so good, but he's definitely high up there on good for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Mm-hmm.
We're going to put him just under. I'm going to put him above Green Lantern. I'm doing it. I like him.
I really hope that McFarlane comes out with the Parademon as well, just so we can see if they're going to go with the more modern type look or if they're going to go that retro style with it.
Well, and they gave us a new 52 style Dark Side.
Yeah.
So if you want it to match up, you would probably want to go with the newer style, but he's been kind of moving more toward the retro offerings.
They're all over the place.
They kind of are all over the place. All right. Now, speaking about his good side, this was the Wave 6 Green Lantern that, man, side by side just looks so close to the original, done so well. I almost prefer it to the original, just kind of some of the updates they did with the Lantern I like more than the original Lantern. I'm thinking good level.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. So
We rated him so good.
yeah, I would definitely still give him a so good.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Now he was a so good in the context of Wave 6, which wasn't the
Right.
strongest. But I still think, yeah, he's a so good figure. I'm putting him at the end for now, but we might move him up a little bit more later. Oh, and now we have Calabac. So we had his Boulder Bomber, and now we have the figure himself. I did have this one, loved him. Like I said, all of the Dark Side stuff. So he was a good for me. I could be willing to drop him down into a not BS, whatever you're feeling. You feeling good?
I'm feeling good with him.
Put him right there. Actually would have, I think I would have liked the Boulder Bomber itself better than him, so I'm going to put him just below that. All right, now we've got McFarlane, Thomas Wayne, Batman, Flashpoint style. Now I know I'm going to contradict myself here a little bit. I said I didn't like that body style from the Hush Wave 1 Batman, but they updated the head on this one so well and did added the deco with the holsters and no guns to go in them. But yeah, I dig this one a lot. He's not so good. I think he's a good for me right now. What are you feeling on that one?
I'm feeling good. It's a good spot for him. I do like that this was kind of the biggest change on the bat. Yeah. Well, technically not the biggest change, but
well, yeah.
But yeah, I like this Thomas Wayne Batman.
The fact that I don't like that body style, but I really like that figure, I think, would justifies a good rating. I'm putting him just after the Batwing, so he's a little bit above the Batcopter. All right, okay. This is Golden Pharaoh, right?
Golden Pharaoh, right. I believe that's the
I did have this. I had no idea this was a Kenner action figure. I think my mom got him at a garage sale. I thought this was a bootleg superhero action figure because it was so bad. It was so, I never played with it, didn't care for it at all. Did not know that Golden Pharaoh was a comics character in the slides, and I don't remember ever seeing him on a Super Friends show. I didn't read a lot of the comics, especially the more obscure character comics at that time. I had no idea he existed.
Didn't know he existed until we started making this tiered list.
This guy's going to the top of the total BS list for me. Are you good with that?
The tops, does that mean he's the worst of all, or that?
For now. Do you think Cyclotron's worse?
Well, I think Batman is the worst. So I was like,
I'm good with that. Well, no. So if he's the worst, then he needs to go down to the bottom. Yeah. So I was getting my stuff backwards there. So we'll put.
That's why I was trying to help you out.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. I'm a little slow sometimes. Your half of your brain is working right now. All right, now we have the updated McFarlane Supermobile. So this is a different style of Supermobile. Now we haven't gotten to the original yet, so we'll talk about that later. I like the vehicle itself. I really like it. I think it's cool. Superman doesn't really need a vehicle, I guess, unless he's affected by kryptonite or anything like that, or magic.
Which I think is what he was using it for.
Was that? Yeah. Well, and what I like about this one is that it looks like the one from the comics.
Yes.
The original Kenner did not so much. Again, we'll talk about that more. I'm thinking, good. I think it's good.
Okay. Yeah, good. I'm good with good.
Good. I'm just above it.
I thought good was a good spot for him. So.
Just between the Invisible Jet and the Batwing.
There you go.
I like the punchy arms. It was pretty cool. All right, now this one is the Dark Side Destroyer. I did have this one as a kid and really liked it. I thought it could have been stronger. I didn't like the fact that it was purple. I thought that was more of a Lex Luthor color.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think for Darkseid, it could have been like blue-gray, something like that. That said, it's still a very, very cool little vehicle there. Did you have this one?
I didn't have this one, but if I remember seeing it, you could seat 3 characters in it, right?
Yes, it had.
So I thought that was pretty cool
yeah.
too. You know, previously it's just the Batmobile with 2, so having 3, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So yeah.
What are we thinking? Maybe good?
I'm thinking good.
Good. We'll put that one. I'm going to put that one at the top of the vehicle so far.
There you go.
I like that one a lot. Drop Calabac down to his own little row. Look at that. All right. And next we have the black suit variant Batman from Wave 5 in McFarlane's Super Powers line. Really like this one so much. We rated it so good, just along the same lines as the detective style Batman.
Yep.
Brought back all the feels. Still so good for me. I still kind of want to put him up there.
Yep, 100% agree. It's that 89 Batman for me. I just love that. Great time.
So we've
Great
got 3
character.
Batman here at the top. Where are we feeling like this one fits? Is he top of the heap? Is he below detective style? Or below original?
For me, I think he's top of the list.
I was hoping you'd say that. That's where I wanted to put him, but I didn't want to offend. I didn't want to offend your side of our brain.
Yeah.
All right. Now we have Mantis. This was another one I had. Also very, very prone to losing limbs, usually an arm. Wasn't my favorite figure. He was just there because he was another Darkseid guy and liked to have their little horde set up. But he was always the one that was taking all of the beatings. So wasn't my favorite. Still fairly cool, but I'm saying maybe not BS.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I'm putting him just between the 2 Aquaman. I think he was better than that Aquaman, but again, he still wasn't my favorite, but he was better than that. All right, so now we have the John Stewart Green Lantern. This was wave 2 of McFarlane, I believe.
Yeah.
Really cool to have a John Stewart figure. I liked it a lot when it initially came out. This was another one. We weren't doing our ratings yet, so we didn't rate it at the time, so this will be kind of our first time kind of figuring out where this one goes. Definitely not as good as that Hal Jordan.
Right.
I was still kind of using the old molds, the McFarlane molds that initially came out, so a little bit off scale. Still very cool. I'm thinking good.
Yeah, I agree.
Good. All right, we're going good.
It's good. I was at my local Walmart. He's still available.
Still available.
Still
yeah.
not on discount.
Poor John Stewart can't find his way into homes.
Actually, did find a Wonder Woman and a Deathstroke there too.
Oh, so, Deathstroke! I haven't seen that one in a while.
Yeah, they must have found some hidden under some
probably
boxes or something.
Yeah, it was in the back. All right, now we have the other Tim Drake Robin, the repaint that we saw in Wave 5 that kind of fit better with the black suit variant of Batman, the darker Batman Return style colors. Really, really like this one. I think, yeah, we were talking about it. We agreed. This one was the better version of that figure. It had better colors. At least had a black cape, even though it still wasn't two-toned. Right. Cape Master again saved us on that one. But yeah, I like this. Where did we put we put the other one in not BS, so I feel like we should put this one in good.
Right. Yeah, right. That's exactly my thought as well.
We're going above Calabac on that one. All right, Martian Manhunter. Man, this was another one I loved. Really loved the Martian Manhunter figure. Really hoping McFarlane does one as well. Yeah, this one would almost be so good for me. Did you have Martian Manhunter?
I think I did, but he either broke or lost him or something.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember him, and I liked him a lot too. So I'm good with So Good
on
this guy.
We're gonna drop him up there. It's So Good. I'm gonna put him slight edge over the McFarlane Hal Jordan. All right, I know exactly where this next one is going. This is the Gold Flash. I know this was the one you liked more than I liked, I think. Okay, so this is the Gold Flash from Wave 6. Again, we just did our unboxing on that. This is the 40th Anniversary Edition Gold Flash. It's the Wally West version of Flash. The reason I didn't like it was because it was too monotone. It was just all gold. The painting on it looked lazily done. Still a cool figure, but for me, it was a total BS. I think you may have rated it not BS.
Right, yeah, I rated not BS.
You want to compromise and go BS?
I think that's a good compromise.
We'll put him at the top of the BS pile.
Right.
All right, so now we have the Kenner Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
I did not know this existed. I thought this was a rumor that they had a Kenner Mr. Freeze figure because I had the Toy Biz version and just never saw that Mr. Freeze anywhere in stores around where we were. So Toy Biz was the first time I'd seen it, and then I saw that like they had images of a Kenner version. Thought it was a bootleg or whatever. I didn't realize it existed as a Kenner. I love the Toy Biz version, and I think the Kenner would have been better, judging by the other Toy Biz figures. They weren't bad, but they definitely weren't Kenner quality. I really liked it. Did you happen to have this one?
I don't know if I had this one. I had one that had like more white and just like a little bit of blue. Matter of fact, was that Mr. Freeze or Luther? Now I'm trying to think which one I had.
You probably had the Toy Biz version too.
Okay, that's
I think it was like slightly more white toned in color.
But yeah, this guy looked really cool.
It looks really cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish we would have had him. I'm saying good. I think he's a good figure.
I think so too.
We're gonna put him just below Calabac, just because I didn't have him, so I can't confirm one way or another. Mr. Miracle? Is that who this is?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Mr. Miracle.
Another one I never had.
This was another one of like, it wasn't Darkseid's minions, but it was part of like that whole New Gods, like that whole side of the Force. So he was a good guy, but basically was fighting Darkseid.
This came out in one of those. Yeah, this came out one of those later waves too. I think on Kenner where they were looking more and more bootleggy because this doesn't look like a great figure from the photo.
Right. So he was, I think, if I remember correctly, he teamed up with like Big Barda and Orion.
Orion, okay.
Yeah, so he was part of like that group.
Okay. Well, as a figure, he doesn't look that great to me. I don't know how you're feeling about it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look great, but he was kind of different from a lot of the other characters. That's true. You know, kind of plain type of colors, you know. But to me, he looks. What is the Marvel character?
Vision.
Vision. Yeah, he looks very much like a Vision type character.
I can see that. Where would you like to place Mr. Miracle?
I'd be good with him being in Not BS.
Not BS? I'm good with that. We'll put him down there. Actually, I think he might look a little bit cooler than the Judo Master. All right, now we have Nightwing with his dick sticks in hand. This was the first Nightwing released in Wave 3 with kind of the more modern outfit, the blue and black. We really liked him when we first saw him. We were like, oh, that's pretty cool. Still digging the figure quite a bit. So
100% agree with that.
I'm thinking he's a good level for me.
Yeah.
All
right. I'd put him in at the middle-ish area.
Put him above Thomas Wayne?
Yeah, I'd do that.
I
think that's a good spot for him.
All right. Now we have, Oliver. We got a Green Arrow from the original Kenner line. This was another one I really liked. And I also liked, they came out with a Robin Hood line. Kenner came out with a Robin Hood line. They used this mold for Robin Hood. I thought that was really funny. You could actually still see the G on the belt. Like they didn't even scrape it off or anything. They just painted over it. I always liked this one. I never could keep track of the bow and arrow, so I maybe I had that for all of a solid day before I lost them all. But the figure itself was very cool.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I like Green Arrow a lot. Didn't have it, so...
You didn't have this one either? Wow, that's surprising. Okay,
yeah.
I'm trying to look at some of the figures we have in the good and the not BS and see where I'm feeling like he fits better. I think he's better than the figures in not BS right now, so I want to put him in good.
I don't know. It's like I'm either thinking end of good or beginning of the not BS.
Let's do the beginning and not BS. I'm good with that. So he'll be a little bit above that Superman.
Yeah.
All right, now we have the 40th anniversary Gold Edition Batman from Wave 6 of McFarlane Super Powers. This one harkens back to the Tech Shield Batman of the 89-90 release when Kenner took back over for the movie line. Really did like it. Again, we talked about the Flash earlier being so monotone or monochrome. This one, because of the black accents, the black cape, cowl, all of that, really made it stand out a lot more for me. So that one's a stronger figure for me. I'm in the good range for him. I don't think he's as good as the other Batman that we've put in So Good.
Right. I agree with that. And I think that's, for me, it's just starting to get to the point where they have so many Batman.
Yeah, so many Batman. And there's going to be more. There's going to be more.
If you think back even to like, it's not necessarily the 80s, but the 90s, they just had so many Batman action figures. So that's probably why they're able to still continue to do all these type of
Right. Well, and I mentioned in our unboxing of him that the Tech Shield Batman, that gold Batman from the Michael Keaton movie line, that really kind of kicked off their repaint obsession because he was in Wave 1 of the Dark Knight collection. Along with the, just normal black suit style Batman, and people went crazy for him. So then it was just every wave of those Kenner lines were just 9 or 10 repaints of Batman in all different styles, and then maybe one other figure, but most of those lines were just all Batman. So he's who we have to thank for all of these repaints. But he's still very good. I'm putting him right after Lord Superman. I'll leave Lord Superman up at the top for you.
All right, appreciate that.
All right. Mentioned him earlier. Here he is. This is Orion. I like this one a lot too. I thought his action feature was very cool. His face spun around, so he had the 2 dual personality faces.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I always really liked that one along with our Darkseid minions. But again, I'm looking at the figures we've gotten good. I don't know that he fits in with those. I think he's probably not BS. I think he's up on the top of not BS.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. As a character I never had.
So we're gonna put him right under Green Arrow, just above that Superman. Ooh, Lex Luthor. This is the original Kenner Lex Luthor again, because McFarlane has not given us one, but I really like this one. I like the power suit Lex a lot, and we have not gotten to his vehicle yet. We'll go ahead and move that next so we can talk about it. But I liked him with his vehicle. This was one of my favorite figures. You could pop the shield off and have him be kind of more, still wasn't plain clothes because he's wearing green and purple, or green and pink. But, you know, Superman was my favorite character. Lex Luthor was one of my favorite villains because of that. So it was always one of my favorites. This one you had to have had.
Yes. This
okay,
one, yeah.
I was going to say.
This one I did have, yes.
So I don't know if he's a so good. I think he might be a so good. I might want to put him in so good.
I like him at Snow Good.
Snow good. We're putting him in Snow good.
Snow Good.
We'll put him in at the bottom for now.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot.
So now his Lexor 7, that was awesome. I love that vehicle. It was a perfect counterpoint to the original Supermobile, which we still haven't gotten to. But Lex needs a vehicle or a power suit or something like that. So right. I loved it. I loved what it had. It had a chunk of kryptonite that came with it. Always liked that accessory as well. That's good, so good for me.
I never had that action figure, or sorry, the vehicle. It does look really cool.
It's really cool. It's really cool.
The only thing I didn't get on it is when you look at it, all the other vehicles, the characters sit. This one, he lays down. So did he fly it like Boba Fett's thing, or was it actually...
The Supermobile was kind of the same situation. The original Supermobile was kind of the same situation. You kind of had to lay him down to get him fully in there and close the cockpit. So what are you feeling? So good area?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you feeling passionately about one way or the other?
No, I'm not.
All right, we're going to put him right after Lex under so good. Then.
There you go.
All right, now we have the repainted Wonder Woman. This was the Wave 4 Wonder Woman in the more classic colors with the blue cape. Again, no lasso. But we both agreed, I think, that we actually ended up liking this version better. And yeah. I initially didn't think I would. I liked the kind of more modern style Wonder Woman colors and outfit on the original. But then when we put them side by side, it was a standout. It looked really nice.
Yeah, I like both of them. I do like the color scheme of her outfit, but her skin tone was the big difference for it, which made kind of all the difference.
Which was funny because we didn't pick up on that.
No,
on the first one we saw it, it was just like normal looking skin. But then when you put them side by side, it was like, oh, this other one looks real green. Compare like green skin, like she's sick.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what basically made her better.
Yeah. So I think we put her right just above there. I think they're on the same level because I don't think you can go wrong with either of those Wonder Women.
Right, 100%.
So they're going
You'd be
side
good
by
with
side.
Either one of them.
Absolutely.
If you had to get one, they go with the blue one.
Absolutely. All right, now we have Darkseid from Wave 1 of McFarlane Super Powers line. This one, new 52-ish, New God style. Yep. I like that a lot. I wish they still would have included that light from above, glowing eyes feature on it. Instead, they just painted like simulated glowing eyes.
Oh man, I forgot. I thought that they did have the glowing on him. So okay,
they did not. No, unfortunately. So that dropped it down a peg to me. But I really like the way he looks, and he is like the original Darkseid in scale. So he's taller than the other figures. So I do like that a lot as well. Yeah, I kind of have to bump him down just because he doesn't have that feature. But I really like the way he looks, so that kind of bumps him back up. I think he's in the same playing field as the original Darkseid. So if you're okay with it, putting him up here in good,
yeah, I think
I'm going to put him slightly below the other one just because it's nostalgia factor for me.
There you go.
All right, now we got another McFarlane. This is the Wally West Flash from Wave 5, I believe that's when he came. Yes, Wave 5. Same body, same face, just kind of completely repainted. Though he was still very good. I really like those darker colors on him. I thought, if not a little bit better, at least on par with the other Flash.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Pretty much for the exact same reason why. Yeah.
All right, so we had the other Flash in good. I'm just going to put them next to each other. I think those could be interchangeable either way.
Yep.
All right, then we have the Peacemaker from the Peacemaker 3-pack in McFarlane Wave 5. Love this figure. I wish the helmet came off. I wish they had a removable helmet.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think we're in a good territory for him.
I agree.
All right, now we have the original Kenner Super Powers Penguin, and this was always another one of my favorite villains from the line. Even like the Toy Biz version of it, the action on the umbrella was a little bit different. It was a missile instead, so that was pretty cool.
That.
Yeah, this is bordering so good. Probably good though for me.
So I'm on that same range.
Okay.
I think it could go either spot for me.
Okay, I am going. Man, we put Joker in so good. Let's put him right next to Joker up there. I think so good works just fine for Penguin as well.
Yeah, I like it.
This was another one I always wanted, could never find. This is Plastic Man from the original Kenner Super Powers line. They just never sold him in our area. Never found him. Always wanted him. But man, what a cool figure in the extended neck. All of that kind of thing. Inspector Gadget style. Really like that.
Said I did like the character. Just basically looking at who we have on this list, I would say he's a not BS character.
Not BS? I'm good. I'll put him in not BS. All right, now we have the Red Tornado. This was another character that I was never really familiar with. I did have this figure though, and usually someone that I used as fodder against Superman. He's a hero, but I always used him as a villain. I guess it was that sinister red color of him.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know much about him or anything like that. Looks pretty decent.
The cape is very cool. I always like those capes with the collars on them.
Yeah, looks very similar to
Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, yeah. So,
but a better action, it looks like, and better stance and all of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll put him up there. How about that? We just put him up there next to Mr. Miracle, but better.
Yep.
Slightly better, not BS.
I like that.
Yep. All right, now we have the still hard to find for a lot of people, kind of like Black Manta Reverse Flash from McFarlane. Said this is the McFarlane Wave 5 Walmart exclusive. I like it. I like him a lot.
Sorry.
Walmart exclusive. Yeah. I do really like this figure. I don't think he's so good, but I think he's good. I think he was a good repaint.
Yeah, I think it's a good repaint too. I like the character a lot, so I thought it was cool to have another good villain in there. So
yeah, we're not getting a lot of villains, so it's nice when we get a good one. I'm gonna put him. I won't put him up toward the top. I'm gonna put it just after Shazam.
I agree with that.
Alrighty, now we have this again, another one that I wanted and could never find. Vac Metal Cyborg. I need McFarlane to get on the Vac Metal train, and I think a lot of our commenters have said, if they do a Cyborg, please make it Vac Metal, because this is another one is over $1,000 when you try to find one on eBay. It is a pain, and to find one complete in box is even worse. It's like he had some accessories, like he had clip-on arms and stuff like that. Really, really cool. Just never could find him, but that is a so good figure. For the time, for sure.
Yeah. I always thought his outfit did look a little funny.
Yeah, he was bulky.
Yeah,
he was bulky, but I mean that's fairly comic accurate for the time too.
Yeah, 100% agree.
I have to put him up there. Like he's an awesome figure. The fact that he goes for so much shows how awesome he is too, and so rare. So I'm putting him up at the top of so good for now.
I didn't know he went for that much, so that's shocking to hear.
I looked not too long ago. I was like, maybe I could get one. We could have him in a video, and then it ain't happening, guys. All right, now we have the original Kenner Super Powers Robin. Always a very cool figure. Really like this one a lot. Went with Batman like a glove. I mean, Robin was never my favorite character, but that figure itself, I mean, you watched the Batman cartoon or even the old Adam West series when you were watching those on reruns as a kid. That one looked just like Burt Ward. So I really, really liked it as a kid. Still like it. Still think it's a solid figure. I think I do like McFarlane's Tim Drake Robin's better, though.
Oh, both of them?
Well, at least the one that we have in the good.
Yeah, the good, yeah. I put him in a not BS there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to put him toward the top of not BS because I think he's close to good, but I agree, he's not BS, but he's close to good. All right, now we have the original Kenner Super Powers Flash. Another really, really good figure. Another one I really liked as a kid. Yeah, he's up there for me. Where did we put the McFarlane Flash? We've got those in good.
Yeah.
I think he's better than them, but I think he's still like in the good section. So I would
agree with that. I mean,
maybe so good. I really like that figure.
Yeah, we could do so good with him.
We're gonna go down to the bottom of so good. He's bordering so good. Good. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, now this is another recent one, Wave 6, Sinestro in his Super Friend style costume, early comics appearance costume. just did our unboxing of him. We're really impressed by him. Really like it. I'm still feeling kind of good level for that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking good level as well. Only the reason why I don't think he should be in so good is because his lantern is for his next appearance.
In Wave 7.
In Wave 7.
The Sinestro Core War style.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the only reason why we know that is because it has that emblem.
The symbol.
Yeah,
the symbol
on the top of the lantern.
I think he's up high in good, though, so I'm going to put him not as good as Firestorm to me, so I'm going to put him right there after Firestorm.
There you go.
All right, now we have our other Nightwing. This is our repainted 90s style Nightwing, although they left off the mullet, and that's a shame. He should have had the mullet. Still has the dick sticks, though.
Technically, he had both, He had mullet and not mullet, so you could go either on. But it is the exact same hairstyle.
It's the exact same hairstyle. It was the exact same figure. Yeah, the packaging was the exact same with bad Photoshop done to it, but we're not going to ding it for the packaging. This time we're just looking at the figures.
Yep.
I think in our video I said I slightly preferred this one to the other one, and in fact upped my rating a little bit on that. So I'm going to put him in the same level, just slightly above our more modern style.
I think that's a good spot.
All right, now we have Steppenwolf, and this was one I also never had and didn't know existed. I knew of the character, didn't know there was a figure made for him, never found him in the stores, or my parents didn't. So.
I think this was a mail order one, wasn't it?
It may have been, as far as I remember, the only mail order one was Clark, but Steppenwolf may have very well been a mail order. But I remember seeing him in a package, though.
Yeah, he had a package, but...
Maybe he started as a mail...
I'm pretty sure you did have to...
derailed our video here.
I'm pretty sure you did have to send off for this one. I don't think he was available in stores.
I'm wondering if he was one of those that were a mail order and then they released him later.
Oh, that could be.
Like I said,
because nobody sent out for him.
Nobody sent out for him. Every image I've seen of him is in a package that looked like the mail order Clark Kent came in a bag, like a little baggie. Didn't have a package for it. So, yeah. Yeah, I said package again, didn't I? All right, where's Steppenwolf going though? Because I've seen better versions of Steppenwolf, so this one's not my favorite.
Yeah, this one they've much improved upon him. I'm kind of bordering either BS or even total BS on it.
Top of total BS, bottom of BS.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'd give him bottom BS.
Bottom BS. All right, that's where I was leaning towards because I don't think he's definitely not as bad as Cyclotron.
No, yeah.
Or Golden Pharaoh.
Yeah, just looking at who we have on total BS, I don't think he belongs.
No.
BS.
All right, then this is the Wave 5 repaint of Superman, the Rebirth Superman, no trunks. I think I thought he was better. I thought he was better because they updated the face, they updated the hair, same body style and everything like that. So a little bit kind of iffy there, but I like the colors better. I'm neither pro nor anti-trunk, so
right. I'm
either
good
way,
with either one. I think it's one of my favorite looks of Superman right here.
Yep.
It works really well. I think he's a solid good. I don't think he's a so good.
No, I don't think he's a so good. And I don't think he's a not BS because we gave the Wave 1 Superman not BS.
Right.
I think he's better than that. Not as good as the Lord Superman.
Right.
I'm gonna put him down a little bit further. I think he's better than Manta. I think he's better than Darkseid.
I think he's better than
I think he's better than the Flash is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put him above Dr. Fate.
No, I wouldn't do that. I think that's a good spot there.
That's a good spot. All right, now the original Supermobile. Now this, I did have it. I thought it was fun at the time. It looks nothing like the Supermobile in the comics. And again, kind of unnecessary for Superman. But it did have a little battering ram feature in the front. That's about all it had going for it, really, to be honest with you. Now that I'm looking at it, I was more easily impressed as a kid. I'm almost BS on this one.
I'm good with BS on that one.
All right, we're going to drop him down there to BS because I almost went total BS, so he's on the bottom.
I don't think I would have put him at the total BS just because you can't beat the Justice Jogger.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. But then you see the Supermobile that McFarlane did and how much improved that is. And it's just like, there's a vast, because I almost wanted to put this in not BS. And then I looked up and saw that and I was like, nah, that's way worse. It's way worse than I remember it. All right, now this is another character that I wasn't as familiar with. This is Tier. Never had him. Probably wouldn't have realized he was even a Super Powers figure. If I'm honest, I would have looked at that and thought it may have been like a RoboCop figure.
Yeah, I forgot what this dude's name is.
Tier.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you said I was looking at this tier, like our list.
Oh, I can see how that could be confusing. I was looking at the character of Tier from the Kenner Super Powers line to put into our tier. Yeah, this is, I'm ambivalent. I don't care about this one. So wherever you'd like to put this one, I'm good with.
I don't know who he is, so I'm
total BS. Yeah, he's up there with. He's not as bad as Cyclotron though. Yeah. We're gonna put Golden Pharaoh. No, I think that's a good placement. I think we're good. All right, now we have Vigilante. Like this one a lot. He looks both like the comics and like the TV version. It is a Flash body that's been repurposed, but it works really well for that figure.
Forgot about that.
Yep, I'm in like top of good, maybe bottom of so good.
I like that
right.
area
for him. We're gonna go top of good. He's not as good as Lord Superman though, I don't think. So he definitely has to be in the good section. I'm gonna put him there. I like that. All right, the original Wonder Woman with her Linda Carter style blocking feature and a lasso.
Yeah, I forgot she did that. That's right.
Yeah, with a lasso. That's very cool. We got a lasso with that one. I always really like this one as well. Part of the DC Trinity. You had Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. She's so good for me. I don't know where you're feeling.
Yeah, just from that nostalgic factor, the accessories, just her being awesome. I'm good with so good on her. We're
gonna put her just below Batman. I thought Batman was a little. You know what?
Which Batman?
Yeah, the original Kenner Batman. The more I look at the two pictures side by side, the more I'm like, man, I really like that McFarlane one better. It was so well done, but that head is just real small. Like you look at Wonder Woman's head compared to his. Look at
that. yeah, you're right.
Okay. And we have the Whirly Bat, the McFarlane Whirly Bat, which we were pleasantly surprised by. I don't think either one of us thought this was going to be a good vehicle. It was really nice. I like the button feature to spin the propeller. Easy to put together. It is cheap plastic, but it looked very cool put together, and I thought it went well with all the other vehicles. I'd put it up there with, I think it's better than the Batcopter. The original.
I don't know. See, when I was
also because I didn't have the Batcopter, so
I didn't have the Batcopter. I like the look of the Batcopter better than the Whirly Bat.
Okay, but I would say close to the same level.
Yeah, I would say close to the same level as well.
Good compromise. We'll put it right after that.
Oh, another good level.
Yep. Drop Mr. Freeze down. All right, now we have Clark Kent. This was the for sure mail away. I still have this figure. I love this figure. I hope McFarlane does a Clark Kent. I'm thinking so good.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we have to put him up there.
I'm not putting him because he wasn't a superhero. I'm not going to put him above the other superheroes, but definitely belongs in so good. And now, the top of the heap. This is Superman, the original Kenner style Superman. Love this body style. Hope McFarlane uses it at some point. Only thing I wish was that the cape was longer.
Yeah.
It's the only thing other than that, that's a perfect Superman action figure to me.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just just a tiny bit longer, would have looked a lot more like Christopher Reeve.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think that's going to be
so good.
So good.
And that is going for me right to the top. If I can, I can't scroll them up there. There we go.
There we go. I think
all right.
That's where we're going to have to put that.
All right, now we're gonna review our look. Okay, let's take a look. Make sure. I'm feeling pretty comfortable about where we have everything right now. Any changes you see that we need to make?
Not particularly. I think everything looks good. I think I'm good with everything.
I'm good with this too. Guys, let us know what you think. Like we said, we have this on the Tiermaker website. We'll drop the link down below. If you want to go in there and recreate this yourself with your own perfect tier, please do so. Feel free to share it with us. Our email address is available and we're on Instagram, so you can DM us. Would love to start that conversation with you guys. And again, we will be updating this tier as more McFarlane comes out. Since they're still making them, we're going to kind of maybe every 2 or 3 waves or so, we'll do another video and update this tier. And I think we're going to be doing some more tier rankings, especially if you guys like this. And let us know if you like our tier ranking video. Let us know down below. We have a lot of fun ideas for tier rankings that we can do in the future. Yeah. So if you want to see it, let us know. If you don't want to see it, we're probably going to do it anyway. So,
exactly.
Thank you guys again so much for joining us for this video, for liking, for subscribing, for commenting. If you haven't done all of that yet, do it. That's all I can say. It's a very simple request. Please do it. It helps us out. We appreciate it more than you know, and it gets our videos out to a wider audience so we get more people to BS with. And we love BSing with you. Hope you're loving it as well. We'll see you in the next one.
Have a great one, guys.